Hello you guys, I wanted to do a review on Love and Hip Hop. I believe it's season 13, episode 1. And I think it's called the 11th Hour. Probably due to Bambi's diss track, but I like the song at the beginning. I think it's Love and Hip Hop, so they wanted to do a rap song. I do love Bambi. Bambi is a Pisces like me, and I think that there's just some sort of fakeness going on, and Bambi just calls everybody out. So I kind of liked Bambi's diss track. Even though I do like Rasheda seems to be a little, I'm just going to be honest, a little fake, a little two-faced. And I feel like Rasheda wants her life to be perfect or her marriage to be perfect, but everybody kind of knows already what happened with her and Kirk. Rasheda, she does be saying side comments about Bambi being in the hot tub and even about Yandy. And I know that those are her friends, and Yandy was her friend, and Yandy had her back. And Rasheda does seem a little fake, a little two-faced, even though I like her. It seems like she is somewhat in denial, or she wants to take the attention off of her and Kirk, and she kind of did Yandy dirty. She wanted to put all the attention onto Yandy and Medici, so she took advantage of Yandy. She took advantage of the rumors that were out about Medici. Her and Kirk were kind of being two-faced, and they did want to put the attention on Yandy and Medici, and that's kind of bad because Yandy really had her back, and it's kind of a slap in the face when Rasheda and Kirk were trying to throw them under the bus. I think in the confessionals where you see the individual, them coming on the screen, Kirk and Rasheda were talking a lot of crap. When the confessionals came out of them just being on it, they were talking a lot of crap. But when Mendices and Yandy confronted them face to face, they were acting oblivious to it, that they didn't know what was going on. They weren't saying nothing. But then when the confessionals came on the TV, like, they were talking a lot of crap. And then when you see Mendices and Yandy try to say, "What's up? You guys are," they said they weren't saying nothing face to face, and that was a little fake. And then Rasheda saying that she had no idea that the fight even happened, but yet she got caught up when that other girl, what's her name, basically said she was talking crap about, like, laughing about the situation, and then she told Yandy she didn't even know it happened. So Kirk and Rasheda went to Erica's rap party, or the concert she did, and Rasheda and Kirk were both laughing at the fight that happened between Yandy, Medici, and Jasmine. They were kind of laughing about it. I didn't see no compassion from Rasheda or Kirk. They were clowning it, like they were laughing about it, and they continued to clown Medici and Yandy, saying that the rumors are true, that there is a possibility Medici is cheating, and word on the street is that Medici is cheating. They were saying the rumors were true and clowning them and laughing at them, but then when Yandy and Medici confronted them face to face, they were acting oblivious. They didn't know the fight even happened. They don't know anything. I do think that was fake and two-faced of them. It did seem like Rasheda showed no kind of compassion or loyalty towards Yandy. I do believe that the fight that happened between Jasmine, Medici, and Yandy happened only because previously Jasmine went to a party with Erica, and Jasmine was trying to pull out texts that Kirk is trying to have sex with her. You could obviously see it with Kirk and Jasmine, the way they look at each other, the way they talk to each other, the comments Jasmine makes to him, the smile that he has. I do believe there's some truth to what Jasmine is saying. You could see it in the facial expressions and everything. You could just see that there is some truth. And Rasheda confronted him about the texts, and I think she knew there was some truth to it. Because why would you confront him? She's like, "Are you texting her? What's up?" She seemed really mad when Rasheda was confronting Kirk. And why would you confront him if you didn't feel like it was true? I think I think that Rasheda knows that there is some truth to what Jasmine is saying, but she's very mad. She's in denial. I don't think she wants to get a divorce from Kirk. It could do with just the reputation of their marriage. She wants to be married for a long time. She wants to act maybe like she's better than the other girls. I do think money has something to do with it, and she's in denial, and she's mad, and she's kind of taking it out on everybody but Kirk. I do think there's some truth to what Bambi said in the diss song, that Rasheda has 11 excuses, but she don't got an excuse for why Kirk is trying to mess with other girls. And there is some truth to what Bambi is saying. But yet again, you see in the scene with Spice and Rasheda again is acting oblivious. Like, she don't know what's going on. Why did Bambi diss her? That's like her go-to move. Rasheda's go-to move is to act like she doesn't know what is going on. I think the fight that happened between Yandy, Mendices, and Jasmine when they were at Erica's concert, when I think it was over or whatever, and it was wrong for Jasmine and her friends to follow. They confronted them, and that's it. They should have just said what they said, like, we think your husband's doing this, and if Yandy don't care for it, whatever, let them walk away. But for them to follow them outside and basically be in their face and cussing at them and disrespecting them, I think Yandy had every right to step in her face and hit her. I mean, they're harassing her and her husband and bullying them. Like, Yandy had every right to do that. I think Jasmine and her friends were wrong for following them and doing what they did. I think the fight happened because of Rasheda. So before the fight happened between Jasmine, her friends, and Yandy and Mendices at Erica's concert, before that all happened, there is a scene where Jasmine is bringing out texts that Kirk was trying to have sex with her. I don't know if on YouTube if I could say it, but trying to get with her, and she was bringing out the texts, and I guess she was mad that Kirk was saying that she opens the door in her birthday suit, and I get that. But if Yandy is friends with Rasheda, I think it's right what Yandy did. She got up and she said, I don't want to hear it. Even if it is true, I still don't want to hear it. Go to Rasheda and you tell Rasheda. I think Yandy was right for doing that. She did good with Rasheda. That's her friend, loyalty. The only thing is that that pissed Jasmine off. And Jasmine right away said in the confessionals that she heard that Mendices is at the bars. So after the fight between Rasheda telling Jasmine, I don't want to see none of those texts, even if he is trying to get with you, go take it to Rasheda, I don't want to see it. I think Yandy did right by her friend. She left. Erica and Jasmine are friends, so they talk to each other. But right away, Jasmine said in the confessionals that Yandy needs to focus on Mendices because he'd be at the strip clubs at 1 or 2 in the morning. And nothing's open at 1 or 2 in the morning except chicken wings and a place to eat chicken wings and legs, which means that she thinks Mendices is out at the strip clubs at 1 or 2 in the morning because he's trying to get some sex. She said that right away after her and Yandy got into it. Now, the only reason why Jasmine and Yandy got into it is because Yandy was defending Rasheda, and so I believe the only reason why Jasmine and her friends confronted Yandy and Mendices and followed them outside and fought with them was because Jasmine was holding a vendetta. She wanted revenge on Yandy, and I believe they did it purposely. I believe they talked about it. I believe Jasmine and her friends talked about it before they went, and they already knew what they were going to do. And I believe that maybe they even wanted to throw hands, because you could see even when they went outside, why would you follow someone outside if you were not trying to do something? And her saying, so you're just going to let your husband F on people? I think they wanted to fight. Maybe they wanted to jump her, but her husband was there and security maybe was there. And Jasmine, you could see when they followed them outside, Yandy and Mendices really was trying to avoid it. And Jasmine was trying to act like she was busy on her phone, but she kept looking. So Jasmine was really trying to act like she was on her phone, like busy on her phone, but she kept looking up at Rasheda. Like she had this envious or vendetta eyes for Rasheda. Like, she kept looking up at her like she had it in for her. But she kept trying to act like she was on. Jasmine kept trying to act like she was busy on her phone. But if you notice, she kept looking up like at Rasheda. I don't know why. I feel like they wanted to jump. I feel like they wanted to jump Yandy, but maybe they didn't expect Mendices to really have her back, or maybe they thought they were just gonna punk her, or I don't know what, but it flipped on them because Yandy got in that girl's face. That girl didn't do nothing, and I think Yandy swung at one of them. There was so much security, and Mendices totally had his wife's back. I think he even wanted to start swinging. He like rushed, and all the security guards, Mendices wanted to put his hands. I feel like Mendices wanted to put his hands on Jasmine and those girls. He was going to like fight for his wife, and I don't know. I mean, if you see your wife getting jumped, of course it didn't happen because there's so much security, but I think as a man, he somewhat did the right thing, and Jasmine and her friends were wrong for following them out and harassing and bullying them, and I do think Jasmine and her friends were in the wrong for doing that. And then afterwards, Jasmine wanted to say, yeah, people want to be in denial, and then they want to throw hands. You and your friends followed them out of the concert. You guys are in the wrong, and I believe that I don't know why, I feel like they wanted to jump Yandy. Now, is there some truth to the rumors that Mendices is that strip club at 1 or 2 in the morning talking to other girls? Maybe, because I know everything that happened with that one girl, the model girl, her cousin or something. But as far as cheating, we don't know if that's true or not. I think that if someone was having like sex with him, I don't think the girls are that scared. I think we would have heard the girls speak out by now if it was true. Maybe just like talking, maybe like when you're having problems and you go and talk, but then you fix things with your spouse. But I think that if there was any like cheating, actual cheating going on, the girl would have came out already. And whether it's true and whether it's not true, I believe the only reason, whether the rumors are true or not true of Mendices cheating, I totally believe that the fight that happened between I believe the fight that happened between Jasmine, Mendices, and Yandy only happened because Yandy was defending Rasheda at the party with Erica. Jasmine and Yandy were together. She was defending Rasheda, and that is the only reason why Jasmine wanted revenge on her. So the fight did have to do with Rasheda. Actually, it had everything to do with Rasheda. The fight only happened because Yandy was trying to defend Rasheda, and Jasmine now has a vendetta, and I believe wanted to jump Yandy for it. And Rasheda is in denial. She's throwing Yandy and Mendices under the bus, and that is really, really wrong. Rasheda is taking advantage of the situation and the rumors out on Mendices. Rasheda and Kurt are both clowning on them, laughing at them, trying to throw them under the bus, trying to get attention off of them and put it on to Yandy and Rasheda. I mean, trying to get attention off of them and put it on Mendices and Yandy and clowning them. And I think Rasheda, I don't know, I think Rasheda deserves an ass beating. I think Yandy needs to, that deserves an ass beating. And I don't know why Yandy is not doing it. I think because Rasheda is lying so much, Yandy doesn't know what to believe. But once Yandy sees the season or watches the season, I think that Rasheda does deserve an ass beating for what she did. I don't know why Yandy's not doing it. I do think that there is some jealousy that Rasheda has towards Yandy, and it's sad because Yandy's actually like trying to be her friend and be loyal, but I think there is some jealousy that Rasheda has towards Yandy, and I don't know, that deserves an ass beating. I don't know if Yandy's gonna do it or not, but yeah, I don't know. Yandy should just leave her alone. I think Yandy does need to handle that. I don't know why Yandy's not doing it. But she already showed you that she doesn't care about you or your friendship. All she cares about is Kirk. And I think Rasheda is very, very jealous of Yandy. And she's a jealous person in general. I think that she is penis whipped and crazy. And you just need to leave Rasheda alone.